Morning. It's so good to see all of you here this morning. I'm Roger Nettleton. Okay, well, I'll try to talk louder. Okay, I think I can hear myself reverberating around the room a little bit. I'm a slender, pale-skinned older man wearing a red long-sleeve shirt and blue pants. What remains of my hair is mostly gray. I'm wearing glasses and have a short beard. I'm a member of the Board of Trustees, and I welcome you to this Sunday service at the UU Church of Columbia. We are a congregation of many beliefs, striving together to embody courageous love, radical welcome, and deep connection. We are so glad you are here. Welcome. We offer a live stream of our services and extend a warm welcome to those who are joining online. We strive to make our worship accessible, and you can find an accessible order of service with hymn lyrics included at our homepage at uucomo.org. There are listening assistance devices with our ushers near the entrance to the sanctuary. And if you're on Zoom, you can click the CC button for subtitles. For those of you with us in person, masks are welcome, celebrated, and optional. We'd particularly like to welcome any visitors among us this morning and invite you to find our Visitor Connect book in the greeting area or in the chat, or use the QR code in your order of service. We'd love to stay in touch with you. Children and babies are always welcome in worship, and we have nursery care in the lower level for our youngest ones, as well as lively children's programs for all ages. Today we are worshiping together as one community. Children's programs will resume in the new year. Now, let us settle into this time and place with the help of our special musician, Sam Buffalo.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Sam Buffalo. I'm a relatively short man with a beard and short brown hair, wearing a pale red and white striped shirt, holding an acoustic guitar. And when I knew I was going to be singing for New Year's Eve, I said, how could I not start with Old Lang Syne? So get us in the New Year's Eve spirit.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. We too have run about the hills and pulled the daisies fine, but we've wandered many weary foot since the days of old lang syne. We too have paddled in the brook from morning sun till night, and the seas between us parade have roared since old lang syne. And here's a hand, my trusted friend, and give a hand of thine. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. And surely you will buy your cup, and surely all by mine will take a cup of kindness, yet for the sake of old lang syne should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne, for old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, and will take a cup of kindness, yet for old lang syne.
Good morning. I'm the Reverend Molly Hausch-Gordon, the minister of this congregation. I am a white woman in her very, very late 30s wearing a maroon dress and a pink sweater today. I have red hair that's very long on one side and very short on the other, and today it's pulled back. And before we begin with our opening words, I have one brief announcement, which is that many of you may remember that on December 10th, our intern minister, George Grimm Howell, delivered his final Sunday morning sermon, and we blessed him on his way. You also may notice that he's still here. Today, December 31st, is the very last day of George's internship. And we have a cake for us during coffee hour to celebrate George's time with us and send him on his way with celebration. And we also want to extend to all of you the invitation to George's ordination this summer. He will be ordained jointly by his home church, the First Unitarian Church of St. Louis, and by our congregation, who have helped with his formation. And the date is Saturday, June 8th. So mark your calendar. It will be in St. Louis, but members of the UU Church of Columbia are warmly invited to come celebrate and help to ordain George and make him the Reverend. So please do join us for cake after the service and mark that date on your calendar. And now, with words adapted slightly from Anne Slater, our opening words. The Persian Sufi poet Rumi tells us, "Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair, even if you've broken your vow 1,000 times. Come yet again, come." At the edge of a new year, into this place of peace, let us now enter with our whole selves. We come bearing burdens and regrets. We come full of hope and plans. We come just as we are. We arrive with exuberant and joyful hearts, eager to witness others. We arrive bereft of the goodness of life, wondering, hesitant. We come just as we are. We come full of resolutions and promises. We come though we've broken our vow 1,000 times. We come just as we are. Arriving to the place we never knew before was home, to the place that has been home for most of our lives. We come just as we are, to join one another as members of one human family, our hands and hearts outstretched. So on this eve of a new year, come yet again. Come, and let us sing this Sunday's centering song, which is "Come, Come, Whoever You Are." The words are in your order of service. We're going to sing through it twice together, so if you don't know the melody, you can pick it up on the second time, and then I'm going to have you sing it twice as a round. Last day of the year, we'll squeeze one more into 23. I invite you to rise or remain seated as you're most comfortable. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, houses of Beautiful, thank you. Good morning. I am Gretchen Mowney, she, they, one of our worship associates. I am a white elder millennial with short blue-streaked brown hair, a black blazer, and textured blue blouse, holding a blue blind cane. As Molly lights our chalice, symbol of our faith, in the cup of community and the flame of spirit, will you please join me in our unison words of affirmation printed in your order of service? Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
Good morning, once again. I'm George Grimhowell, your intern minister for a few more hours. A guy who apparently loves long goodbyes. I am a pale-skinned, elder, middle-aged man with very little hair on top, wearing a blue and red checked shirt under a black blazer this morning. This is our centering moment from Victoria Safford. We pause at the threshold between 1 year and the next this morning as we engage our annual New Year period of reflection with our service in 3 parts. We will remember, release, and resolve. First, we remember a year that has been full of growth and struggle, sorrow and joy, loss and beauty, as human life always is. Let us take a moment as 2024 begins to bring to mind a few moments of strength and challenge from the past year. I invite you to use the paper that you've gathered at home or found in your chair to write, doodle, or draw a map of your year as we read this meditation adapted from Victoria Safford.
You also have, on the other side of the blank side, I didn't put this in the script, a little labyrinth, which is a spiritual practice in the monastic tradition. This one is a labyrinth that mimics a labyrinth in the Chartres Cathedral in France. And you can trace your finger on it if you don't want to or have the pencil to draw or doodle on the other side. Thank you.
So as we consider these maps of the prior year, here is where I found my voice and chose to be brave. Here's a place where I forgave someone against my better judgment, and I survived that. And unexpectedly, amazingly, I became wiser. Here is where I was once forgiven, was ready for once in my life to receive forgiveness and to be transformed. And I survived that also. I lived to tell the tale. And this is the place where I said no more loudly than I thought I ever could, and everybody stared, but I said no loudly anyway, because I knew it must be said, and those staring settled down into harmless, ineffective grumbling. Over me, they had no power anymore. And here's a time, and here's another, when I laid down my fear and walked right into it, right up to my neck into that roiling water. Here's where cruelty taught me something. And here's where I was first astonished by gratuitous compassion and knew it for the miracle it was, the requirement it is. It was a trembling time. And here, much later, is where I returned the blessing clumsily. It wasn't hard, but I was unaccustomed. It cycled round, and as best I could, I sent it back out, passed the gift along. This circular motion around and round has no apparent end. Here is a place, a murky puddle, where I have stumbled more than once and fallen. I don't know yet what to learn there. On this site, I was outraged, and the rage sustains me still. It clarifies my seeing. And here's where something caught me, a warm breeze in late winter, bird song in late summer. Here's where I was told that something was wrong with my eyes, that I see the world strangely. And here's where I said, yes, I know, I walk in beauty. And here's where I began to look with my own eyes and listen with my ears and sing my own song, shaky as it is. And here's where, if by surgeon's knife, my heart was opened up. And here and here and here and here. These are the landmarks of conversion.
As we continue to reflect on the year, now drawing to a close, let us bring ourselves fully into this time of remembering, release, and resolve. During a moment of contemplative music, I invite you into our weekly ritual of stones and water. For those of you tuning in at home, I would like to invite you into a moment of quiet contemplation, imagining the burdens of your heart lifted and held by our community as you listen to the music. For those of you in the room, you are welcome to come forward and take a stone representing any of the hopes and fears that you bring with you this morning, and drop the stone into the water, which represents the embrace of our community. Those of you who wish to have your joy or sorrow spoken aloud may share them in the chat online or write them on a slip on the table in the back and put it in the basket. And I now invite you into this time of contemplation and stones.
We conclude in prayer or contemplation with the words of John O'Donohue, the blessing for a new year. On the day when the weight deadens on your shoulders and you stumble, may the clay dance to balance you. And when your eyes freeze behind the gray window and the ghost of loss gets into you, may a flock of colors, indigo, red, green, and azure blue, come to awaken in you, a meadow of delight. When the canvas frays in the current of thought and a stain of ocean blackens beneath you, may there come across the waters a path of yellow moonlight to bring you safely home. May the nourishment of the earth be yours. May the clarity of light be yours. May the fluency of the ocean be yours. May the protection of the ancestors be yours. And so may a slow wind work these words of love around you, an invisible cloak to mind your life. Amen. Please remain seated as we sing our sung response, hymn number 1059, May Your Life Be as a Song.
And once more, the words are printed in your order of service. We're going to sing through it 3 times, just all together, and let this blessing work its way into our bones.
We move into the release portion of our service with a poem from E.E. Cummings. Let it go, the smashed word, the broken open bough, or the oath cracked lengthwise. Let it go. It was sworn to go. Let them go. The truthful liars and false fair friends. And the boths and neithers, you must let them go. They were born to go. Let all go. The big, small, middling, tall, bigger, really, the biggest, and all things. Let all go, dear. So comes love.
As we turn toward a new year, we take a final glimpse of the past one and reckon with all that it has held for us. In just a moment, we are going to pass cups through the aisles with pencils and something called flash paper. It's a specially treated paper that evaporates away in fire, leaving no ash or residue, sold only at magic shops. I invite you, as the cups come through, to take a piece of paper and a pencil and reflect on the year behind you. Consider what you might release today, burning it brightly so that it changes form or disappears. If you are at home and you would like me to write and burn a paper for you, you can send me a private direct chat on Zoom. Another way to engage would be to meditate on your hands and what they're carrying, and then tenderly take a moment to go wash them at the sink, for those of you at home. For all of us, both here and at home, ponder. What parts of our lives, what things, ideas, people, ways of living have become obstacles to our becoming the people we want to be, the people we need to be? What's holding you back? What's getting in the way of you living as you wish to live, aligning your life with your love? What might you burn away? What will you release? If you're here in person, you'll write a word or two on the flash paper. No one will see it except you, the flame, and the universe. If you're at home, imagine holding those words in your hands. And then when you're ready, you can come forward and hand your paper to George or I, who will burn it away with a flourish. So now, let us burn away what needs to be let go. If the past year held joy and growth for you, which I hope it did in some measure, may that sweetness continue to bless you. If the past year held pain and bitterness, which it often does in some measure, may you be relieved of those burdens and renewed for the journey ahead. Let us look to the new year with hope, with curiosity about its many unknowns, and with faith in our strength to navigate it together with grace.
We now turn to the resolve portion of our program this morning. We know that it will hold much we cannot control or predict this coming year. And we also know that intention matters. We turn to a new year with hearts centered on all we would create and all we would love into being. We begin with a blessing by Elaine Kezia. May my wisest self guide me through this day. May she remind me to look through eyes of wonder and see the abundant beauty of here and now. To live from my toes up, grounded on this precious earth and in this miraculous body. To open my heart, flinging wide its shutters so no defenses cut me off. To employ my hands to create beauty, to soothe suffering and to unlock potential. Eyes, feet, heart, hands. From here I can wake to my life and the gift that it is. From here, I can move through my day with simple ease. From here, I can spread compassion and love. From here, I can mend the world. May I be in harmony today with the current that flows through all, and may I be a faithful expression of this sacred source. Here I am.
During these next few moments, George will be passing out stones and metallic markers for those of you in the sanctuary. Please hang on to those for just a moment. And for those of you at home, I invite you to find an index card or a Post-it note or a piece of paper and a pen or marker to use at home. Here we are. Here we are at the turning of the year. And we have now remembered and released from the year that is passing away. So let us turn our faces to the year to come. A new span of days that will surely be shaped with hope and fear and love, as is every day of every year. And yet there is something in us that craves the reset, the chance to resolve ourselves anew to the life of our longing. Author Neil Gaiman says this about the fresh new year: be kind to yourself in the year ahead. Remember to forgive yourselves and to forgive others. It's too easy to be outraged these days. So much harder to change things, reach out, understand. Try to make your time matter. Minutes and hours and days and weeks can blow away like dead leaves with nothing to show but time you spent never quite doing things, or time you spent waiting to begin. Meet new people and talk to them. Make new things and show them to people who might enjoy them. Hug too much, smile too much. And when you can, he writes, love. Lest these days that lie ahead with such promise blow away with our unthinking, let us now take a moment to center ourselves in our intentions. I invite you to think of a word or a short phrase that can be a touchstone for your intentions for 2024. Last year, mine was tend. I haven't decided on this year's yet. I'll be doing it with all of you. For those of you at home, I invite you to write your word on your index card, post-it note, or piece of paper and illustrate it. For those of you in the sanctuary, I invite you to put your word or phrase onto your stone and then carry it with you as a touchstone for your year, a constant reminder of your intention, your hope, and the life that you love. So let us now take a moment to set an intention and create a touchstone for the year ahead.
We now join in our weekly ritual of generosity, pausing to give from gratitude for our lives and remembering by sharing our great good that we can only accomplish together. Today's offering will be for the work of our community. Ushers will circulate through the sanctuary. For those who wish to give with cash or check, and online and text giving instructions are in your order of service. Let us enter this time of sharing with one last piece of music from Sam Buffalo.
And this is a song I wrote this week about New Year's Eve, because there are not a lot of New Year's Eve songs out there. And Violet, our regular musician, is writing a song every day this month, so I said I can write one if she can write 30.
Beneath the moonlight, the stars softly gleam, but the day still echoes in my mind. Rehashing arguments, staring at screens, just trying to leave it behind. Too late for a walk and too early for bed, too restless to just keep still. Look up to the sky to get out of my head and feel cold wind soothing chill. Remember to smile, remember to breathe, remember to stop and remember to think. We'll look straight ahead, but embrace what's unseen. Look at each moment, but remember to dream. On this New Year's Eve, wake up to snow coating branches and leaves, flurries still falling down from the sky. Oh, my resolution on this New Year's Eve is to embrace nature's sweet lullaby, taking it in and taking my time, turning around to see what I can find, looking ahead and looking behind. Oh, this new year I will delight in nature's design. Beneath the moonlight, the stars softly gleam. The snow, it has faded away. One final glance before heading to sleep, ready to face a new day. Remember to smile, remember to breathe, remember to stop and observe the serene. We'll look straight ahead, but embrace what's unseen. Savor each moment, remember to dream on this New Year's Eve.
It should be added to the canon, Sam. Thank you. May the nourishment of the earth be yours. May the clarity of the light be yours. May the fluency of the ocean be yours. May the protection of the ancestors be yours. And so may a slow wind work these words of love around you, an invisible cloak to mind your life. Go in blessing into the new year and be a blessing to a world that needs our care. Let us sing our benediction.